of this world, oh God. Sometimes I feel like I don't exist. Got me a bag and got me a crib. Got me a bag and got me some drip. I'm so out of this world, oh God. Sometimes I feel like I don't exist. Yeah, you know assist. They say how you doing, I know I can feel. I'm so out of this world, oh God. Sometimes I feel like I don't exist.
Welcome back. You know, I haven't been here for about 3 weeks. Took a little vacation, took a break from this. Just wanted to let things in the league shape up. And, I'll just get right into it. We'll just go right to this week's recap. This is week 8, I think. Week 9. And, I'll get right into it. I can't remember who I took in the last podcast. Doesn't matter. But we'll start with my matchup. And just as expected. And just before I get into it, I do have to wear my glasses. So, thank you to Blenders for sponsoring here. So, go get yourself a pair of Blenders eyewear. Oh yeah, snazzy. All right. With that being said, I absolutely blew the fly instructors out of the water, as expected. I put up 338 points. I don't have the history book in front of me, but I'm pretty sure that's the most points. And if it isn't, well, it is to me. Just like I said, my team is by far superior than anyone else's in this league. And with me putting up 338 points just shows that. The fly instructors put up a good fight, but when you're going up against a powerhouse like my team, it's just not enough to put up 240 points. Better luck next week, but I know you're trying to sell. It's clearly not going well because no one wants to trade, which is unfortunate. But, I don't know what you want to do with your team for the next couple weeks. But, just rot in last place, I guess. Next matchup, we got Puck My Hyman ended up beating Donnie Berger. Nothing out of the ordinary here. I mean, everyone knew that Puck My Hyman would beat Donnie Berger. Respect's wanted by Puck My Hyman week in, week out, like I said in the very last podcast, but it's just not how it's going to go because when you don't have the most points for in your own division, there's nothing to, don't ask about respect. If anything, I should be demanding respect. I have the most points for in my division, and that just shows why I'm by far superior to anyone in this league, especially my division. On with the next one. Bonnie Durger, upset alert, beat Kirill yourself. I think I saw Bonnie Durger talk in the chat, of course, once he took the lead. Nice to see you in the chat after 3 weeks of not seeing you in the chat. What else is new? That's usually how it goes. I just don't want to be the Kirill yourself's next opponent next week because he's just going to absolutely obliterate you into the outer space. The next one we had Miso Chorny beat the swim coaches. Swim coaches, just doesn't do well anymore. I just don't understand. And he may be in last place in his division, but ESPN's projected him a better playoff percentage than the teams ahead of him. So I think he's just getting unlucky. I'm pretty sure he has one of the most points for in the league. Just for some reason just benches players and doesn't make sense to me. You're the commish. You got to start your players. You got to be interested in this. You can't just be sitting here, blah, 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 blah. You want to win. It's all about winning in this league. Miso Chorny, like I've been saying this whole year, high on him. Putting up big numbers, winning when he has to. But you did lose to me. And that just shows why I'm by far superior. Remember that. Next matchup, we had Injured Reserve losing to Gridiron Glizzy. That's just rough. Losing to the Glizzies. That's just not good. Glizzies did end up beating me in the past. I know Injured Reserve would probably bring that up because he's like that. But clearly it was a fluke win against me. I don't lose many matches or matchups, whatever you want to call it. But losing to the Glizzies just isn't good, especially when your team is trending in the wrong direction, when other teams are heating up. Um, yeah, I mean, just like I said in the last time I did a podcast, the pretenders are pretending and the contenders are contending. I think that's it for this week's matchup. So, yeah, I mean, I'll get right into next week's matchups. We got the first matchup next week is injured reserve against me. Clearly, I know I'm winning this. There's no ands, if, or buts. My team is on a roll. We're just going to steamroll right through this matchup and improve my record to whatever it is. I don't know. I just know I'm by far superior than anyone else in this league. We got the fly instructors against Krill Yourself. I mean, you just can't ask for more bad luck. Just after getting absolutely fucking steamrolled against me, you're going up against Krill Yourself, coming off an embarrassing loss to Donnie Burger Donnie or whatever his name is. I mean, that's just terrible. I mean, good luck to you, but Krill Yourself by at least 100 this week, I would think. Next matchup, we got Donnie Burger against Miso Chorny. I hope there is some money on this matchup because Donnie Burger likes to talk some smack. And now that Miso Chorny does have a good record, he is talking more, which is respectable. But like I always say, when you're shit, you talk. And if you don't talk when you're winning or talking when you're losing, then just don't talk at all. Because it's just embarrassing. I don't want people to be like Burger Donnie and talk only when he's winning. Just how it is. But yeah, you just give me Miso or Miso Chorny in this one. Donnie Burger is a pretender. No chance. Next matchup, we got Glizzy against Puck My Hyman. This one will be an interesting one. I know I have been talking bad about Glizzy, and I know he's been enjoying the podcast since he has a respectable record, as he should, because before he has a bad record, and I mean, I want him to watch as much as he can and enjoy it. And, Zach, you might be happy with me this week, because I will be taking you to beat Puck My Hyman. It's time Puck My Hyman just show that you're a pretender. Let's just put it that way. You'll put the blame on Landon Scott being out for 2 weeks, but that just shows how you don't have depth with your team. It's just one line. I'll be waiting for you to at me in the chat saying where's my respect, or you're gonna screenshot some records or head to head or something. But that doesn't mean anything because all that matters is that when it's time to come down to the final week of the season, and I'm in the playoffs and you're not. All right. Thanks for listening to that one. Next matchup, we got Bonnie Durger against the swim coaches. Bonnie Durger, he'll be talking because he won, like always. But I won't be expecting him to talk this week. Swim coaches has to smarten up and actually play his players and put up points to win. These weeks that you're not putting players in, it's costing you, and you might not make the playoffs. I know there's 23 or 22 weeks, but those weeks add up sometimes. And if you want to win and be in the playoffs and have a chance, you got to play your players. And I mean, if I want to get into it, if I wanted to predict the playoffs right now, number 1 seed, me. Number 2, Miso Chorny. Number 3, Krill Yourself. And that's all that matters in this league. It doesn't matter who else is in the playoffs because those are the 3 contenders this year. I got nothing else to say. I know what it takes to win the league. I don't know if I said this already, but I did win it last year. And it just shows why I'm by far superior to anyone else. I know fantasy. I know more than anyone. I spend day in and day out researching every day who to play. And I'll be honest, I'm getting rich in DraftKings. You might not care, but I'm just saying. But, yeah. It's time you start putting respect on my name. I'm done being a nice guy here. You put respect on my name, or I'm going to blow you out of the water every fucking week. I ain't playing around anymore. Yeah, that's all I got to say. Fuck you, Donnie Burger. Your team's dog shit. And, I know I'm gonna win week in, week out. That's all I gotta say.
A bag and got me a crib. Got me a bag and got me some drip. I'm so out of this world on gas. Sometimes I feel like I don't exist. Sometimes I feel like I don't exist.